okay, but she did it. We're good.
Order the Wabash County Drainage Board meeting for July 21st. Says July 7th.
Yeah, we caught that. It's been
About the
corrected.
agenda, remember? That's true. I'm just kidding. He made a point when he came over. He's like,
After you get print one off.
yeah, no, you're right, I did.
It got changed on the website, so the website's correct.
All right,
Everybody
sorry,
else see that.
sorry that.
No, you're fine, but.
First item on the agenda is approval of the minutes from the July 7th.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, same. Motion carries. Next is the Frank Trust. Did he call in about
He
something?
came out. He was
He's so
going to
spirited.
be at our
He was supposed to
meeting.
be here at 7th.
He was mad, I know. Well, he thought he misunderstood, and that's what we have to talk about. He misunderstood and thought you guys were going to address signing the contract or the approval at this meeting and not the 7th. And, yeah, so I said, well, you guys had signed that contract and awarded the project to the lowest bidder. You didn't see any reason why. Our engineer basically indicated that he didn't see any reason a wheel machine needed. He goes, everybody at that meeting said that we needed a wheel machine, and you guys went against our wishes. And we would have paid the difference in the cost. And I'm like, for one thing, you didn't announce that, but I said, we did not indicate that it had to be done with a wheel machine.
That was never said once in any
No.
meeting.
And I said, we did not indicate that to any of our contractors. So I said, we really, I don't think legally can
Can't.
turn that bid down
That's
because he
what,
didn't have a
That's what
wheel.
Mark
machine.
said.
that's what Mark said.
And he still was gonna come in and,
He can come in, but it's the lowest responsible bid, and Mark even told us not to.
yeah,
So, and then not to have them pay the difference
It
either.
would have had to been advertised
Mhm,
as a wheel machine.
as a wheel machine.
correct.
Mm-hmm,
It wasn't.
And it was, yes, it wasn't.
correct.
So,
And I think with the wheel machine, as many holes as I see out in that field in different locations, I think an excavator is gonna be better to try to catch everything coming into it than what a wheel machine might.
I agree.
So basically, that's what I told him. He said he wanted to be in here, he wanted to know when the meeting was. He gets really ouchy. And then his last comment was the ribbon ditch. He says, I've got that ribbon open ditch all the way across my field. He says, I'm enclosing it. He says, I'm putting tile in. And I said, well, you can't unless you get all the approvals to do it. And he goes, well, when I get the farm paid off, I'm gonna do it. So just beware that he's gonna come in. There's like 3,000 feet.
Yes, 800.
And it's a big open ditch, and for one thing, I don't like doing that because you'd have you'd have open, and then he wants to tile, and then you have a little strip open, and then you have tile. I don't like jumping back and forth between tile and open,
He's not gonna do it.
and,
He's gonna pay for it all.
Yeah, he's not gonna do it. That's all just.
I told him he
this.
had to do all this permitting, so he,
And we can vacate his portion if we,
I wouldn't,
no,
Yes.
I wouldn't either, but
yeah,
that's his.
that might be
his-
something he says,
That'd
but
be his
he's
other
the
alternative.
big outlet, and no.
Yeah.
No, now if you had a tile
I doubt that
ditch
he-
branch or
How
something,
much do you think that would cost to?
oh my
It would be
gosh,
astronomical. It's
yes,
not gonna happen. No,
yes,
no,
very much.
yeah.
So I've told you guys what his comments were.
Okay.
He could have zoomed in. He didn't, you had no request, right? Because I told him he could zoom in too if he wanted to. And that was all on the website.
Well, if he shows up here in the next, till we're done, he can talk to us about it. If not, then moving on, cause it's
Right.
already been accepted.
So that brings me to my next comment to the board or question to the board on this is per Indiana code. Then it basically said, the board may for good cause waive any requirement for the furnishing of a bid bond or surety bond by the successful bidder of a performance or the success, I can't even read. And the furnishing by a successful bidder of a performance bond. So you can waive the performance bond at this point because you were way under what we estimated and you were way under what we could even to do for advertising bids. And we have done that in the past, waive the performance bond of the project.
Do you need us to vote on that or just,
You need to vote on that. That's just something I'm bringing to you. That's an option.
Is he requesting release from it?
He is not. It's
Yeah.
just something that's in our steps that we can bring to you.
What's your suggestion?
Taylor's a good contractor. He's done very good work for us. I don't see any reason to have the performance bond. He's right here. He'll come back and take care of anything he thinks is a right.
That's good enough for me.
yeah,
I mean, he's local,
yeah,
He has to work and live around these people.
Yeah.
yeah. So we need to make a motion for that.
I'll move that we. What the word is I wanna use,
Waive the
Waive.
performance bond.
waive the performance bond.
I'll second that.
I have a motion and a second to waive the performance bond. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carries.
Okay. Any other questions concerning the Frank Trust?
No,
Okay, we'll get with Taylor on that and then.
Okay.
One glitch in him is he's getting married in September, so he'll be off for a few weeks with that. Couple weeks. Next thing I have is the Thad Reynolds Stretch with Bowman's doing their project. Evan had brought this in to me right before they wanted to start. And said he didn't have to do any permitting because he was reading the State and Rural Act 229. I said, basically, that doesn't apply to what we're doing. So I got with, and I talked to you, I got with Evan White, which is IDEM, and he said there's been a misunderstanding with Evan Bowman. He wanted Evan's email and he was going to email him what he needed to hopefully to get him to understand what he needed to do. So he really needs to apply for a 368 review, which is what I do. Each time I just send my whole project into them and ask for a review of that project, and then they kind of guide me on what I need to do from there. What permits I need to have, whether I need to have mitigation. And so this is everything that he sent, and I don't know if you guys wanted to read his email to Evan. Evan, I did call Evan after I'd sent his email to him and told him. And he said he felt like he appreciated that. He felt like that he could talk to him one-on-one. And they would,
hash it out.
yeah, work together and see what they needed to do. In the meantime, he wants to do the branch. Evan Bowman wants to do the branch that goes into Bassett's, outlets into Bassett's, because that doesn't affect this open ditch. And I said I didn't really see a problem with that, but don't do anything with the open until you get your,
You get back from IDEM.
yes.
Okay.
Yes, on what you need to do, and then they may have to apply for a permit, I'm not sure. I would assume they will, because the distance is 300 feet and they want to do 800 feet. So,
It's just a review thing. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
and to let you know where we were at with it at this point. The Ray Figert ditch. That's what I'm working on. I've been working on it with Banning. Then I went ahead and sent my letter to Miami County asking them to waive their rights to a joint board because we had more than 80% of the watershed. And they have sent a letter back, or basically it's just their minutes back, stating that they have waived their rights. So we can move forward now with not having to have a joint board with Miami County. So I understand from one of the landowners that they may want the project extended for what we were talking about, so Braden has gone down and done a little more, taking some more shots on the project. And we need to get that to Banning to have our project extended a little bit to cover what this landowner felt he wanted. So hopefully at our next meeting, I'll have a report for you and we can set a hearing date.
Perfect.
Any questions on that one?
Mhm.
And that one's up by Rowan.
Mhm.
We had this Cheryl with the spray complaint. And I just didn't know if you said we'll bring it up on Monday when I talk to you, so I didn't know what we
I
have
talked-
some pictures too, and
Yeah, I've talked to him. I mean, I don't know what you do because Rod sprays around that and you get overspray for 6 feet. It's quite the vibration getting to mow now on that, but hopefully I mean, what do? You have them come in and roll it or we roll it, and so I just told him that. But I did say to him that I felt like, I asked him, would you like somebody to roll this through your yard? And he said, no, clearly he didn't think that that
Mhm.
was appropriate. I don't know who does it, whether he's hiring people that just
He-
don't understand or he does it himself. Does he do it himself?
no. Yeah. he's
It's
got
all
a
hired
company
out, which is a
hired,
whole nother
yes.
thing. But,
It's it was kind of like 6 of one, half a dozen of another, because I think he was trying to avoid certain areas, but then in the meantime, then he created another area. So, but
he asked
it
me what the
was,
solution was, and I said, the state is the problem because they boxed you in.
yes,
The solution is you turn around and go back out over onto 300 and come out that way, go through somebody's yard.
one thing you gotta remember with that machine too, to turn it,
Right,
you're gonna make.
and that's where the
lot.
biggest ruts are. Those are the worst of them, but
Yeah.
he drove through Rod's beans twice. And I haven't talked to Rod again a second time, because I told Rod, you can come in and complain. I mean, I couldn't even believe that he just drove through someone's bean field like that.
Yeah.
Or they did, it wasn't him, but we'll just have to go in and
Yeah,
try to roll it out eventually.
I think that's money. I didn't know if they wanted to see exactly where. Is that the only place he went in and out was when he drove through them? Was it another area too?
On the other end, he went through them down at the far end over in Rod's entrance that he uses on 300.
Who did this?
The map?
No, who did
The
the,
spraying.
yeah.
the
Yeah, our
spraying
spray
company.
crew.
Same,
Yeah,
same
this-
thing that we just dealt with?
well, different guy.
But yeah,
Yeah, because
Different
he
crew,
coming
but-
from here, but then he had to get over to here to do this.
so he came in here and
Yeah, because he thought that looked like a field entrance, so he came around that way. But he's off of our right of way.
so, yeah,
The only other way we would have is to come in the driveway.
but you have to
And
get
go
around the
down there.
trees, there's a guardrail up there, and that's
Yeah.
the problem. They used to, I don't know who, maybe it was somebody else that sprayed.
Him, it's always been
They
him.
used to go down through the center of the creek, and it's kind of unbelievable that IDEM or DNR would even allow that.
They shouldn't
And
ever have that in the center of the creek, and I'm shocked. I've never heard Kelvin say that they were in the center of the creek, but.
Andy's seen them doing it, and they
Wow.
would go right down through the creek, and then they would spray both sides from the bottom of the creek, and it's like,
Wow, that's not,
but I don't know how long ago that was. And the way they did the bridge, I mean, they had to pump the water out, put it into a tank, hold it up here and not re-enter it into, I mean, it was crazy when they redid the bridge, what they had to do. And yet, so maybe at some point, I mean, we've lived there 40 years, so, but the problem is that guardrail that comes all the way from this creek, all the way back into our driveway.
Yeah.
So, cause otherwise they could have went up and over the bank here and out, but
yeah,
you
that's
can't
just
do that
pictures that
anymore.
bring to it.
Yeah, you took a lot of pictures.
That's gonna be through. I don't know why I'm admitting this, but I walked through the camera, took more pictures and got back and realized the SD card was in my computer. So
So
had to
you
go back
had to come back again?
I did it twice. I took less pictures the second.
Well, and then I sent you pictures, but the funny thing was when it was all said and done, Andy, we had a coon that Andy. I named him Shorty, I caught him and I don't do the dirty work, so. Andy took him and he takes him out in the field afterwards and leaves him lay and he tripped and fell. He comes back to the house mad at him. And I'm thinking, what did I do? What did I do? I found out the next day it was because he sprained his ankle. Falling in, so stupid.
Jeez.
It's Swansea.
You didn't push him down.
He didn't. You thought I did, as mad as he was, and I'm thinking, what I did, I've gotta go, I'm leaving.
That's the time to get out. Oh, shoot.
So it wasn't me for once that had him mad.
So we just need to, yeah, work on coming in and out of there.
Yeah, and he understands it now.
I think we'll have to revisit the spraying thing anyways, overall, so.
Well, I was gonna say, I have nothing to do with
I
the
know,
other one, but we've,
just all of it, we're gonna have
yeah,
to
we have
review.
just complaints here and there because like it rains a lot and then they have to go in and out a different way or something. And they haven't maybe said something to us, so the landowner doesn't know. And then, of course, they're upset. Contact us. We send out postcards every year to all of the people. So they know it's coming. So if you have any questions, give us a call. And some of them will call in and say, hey, don't spray my section this year. I've got something along there that I don't want to. But then they have to sign that paper. Basically saying, if we don't spray it, then you're responsible for keeping it
Maintaining.
sprayed down.
Yeah,
And as of
Keep it
yet,
maintained.
we only have the one complaint. I mean, we haven't had issues that were on ditch 22 of 27.
So, yeah, it's.
So are you saying you had 22 out of 27?
Or
I'm
completed.
done.
He's
Oh.
probably on 24 by now today, but I mean, he's,
You're not saying you've had complaints on every single ditch?
no, you've been the only one.
Okay. It's just the rare one. You shouldn't have warned them. I mean, really,
You look at that, the worst threats are, is right where he would have came straight up on your driveway and it'd have been right through your yard.
oh, back in that back corner, it's bad back here in this corner and this corner, anywhere where he made turns
Yeah,
Yeah,
was
the
the worst.
turns are good. 'Cause
But you still
she
feel
doesn't
that,
turn.
so,
Yeah, I know what it is.
Oh my
We have
gosh.
Tractors with ours every year, so.
yeah, yeah, it's awful mowing.
We're
it
the
down.
ones doing it. so. Okay, the last, or not the last thing, the next thing I have is. We've had the DC Laban good drain and we've been having issues. Of course, that's the one where we had to replace the tile through 13. State did that. We've had some other issues in the last year or so that. We're thinking, why are we having all this problem? And went to the outlet. And the outlet's barely running any water. And as you can see, this is what's over it. So it's full of tree roots and stuff back in there, because it's an area that can't be sprayed because there's crops all around. So these are basically an 18 and a 24. Our records show 2 24s, but it's definitely not. Had Troy take a look at it. He went out there, he wants to clear the brush back and dig up the tree roots. There's no animal guards on that. We could have issues with an animal up in it. So he wants to put animal guards on it, take the tree roots up, clean it up a little bit around there. Huh? Yeah, it's up in there, but it's not working.
okay, I was like, well,
Yeah, it's been destroyed.
gotcha, okay,
Been there. And he sent me an estimate this morning, 15,845, which is $845 over what the board has allowed me to do without coming to the board.
is there money in the maintenance?
No, there's not.
Okay,
It's one that we talked about earlier. And we told you that there was going to be an estimate coming.
yeah,
And you guys said basically, go ahead, we'll have a hearing this winter, get the money back in.
yeah,
Because we can't continue to have, that's a lot of land.
yeah, we need to
That's-
get that fixed, so.
And I'm sure a lot of these blowholes are back pressure coming from this not working.
So we just need to figure out where to get
Where's
that.
that at? I mean,
It'll come
exactly.
from GBI.
Okay,
Pardon?
Where?
This is
Where's
Helen
the-
Hoffert's. State Road 13's right over.
Okay.
this is where they wanted to put the. Like. Okay, I know where it's at now,
Yeah, all that.
all the fancy stuff there beside the ditch. The hell, Christie's old place?
No, I mean, it's family.
It's family, yeah,
Yeah, and it's Christie's farm, but it's,
yeah,
not where Harold lived.
I can't remember if that.
He lived on.
If
State Road 13.
Krista's related to him or who is, I think it's Krista.
Could be.
She was at Howard.
I have no idea.
She graduated with me.
Oh, okay.
And we'll put that with that. So if you guys approve that, why? And that's what the GDI fund is for, and there is plenty of money in that to pay that. And then when money comes into the late and good through maintenance, it'll reimburse GDI.
Mhm. Okay,
I'll make a motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a
You wanna say
second
that, or did you already say?
for the estimate for Troy.
Troy, yeah.
Yeah. We're passing it back this way.
Yeah. For the, what is it, the Waving Good drain. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same, motion carries.
This is the claims. There's one there for you to sign.
Okay.
And then you passed off. I think that's the copy of it.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, you
I
got,
thought I signed this already this morning.
that's our copy.
Okay,
You probably signed the original.
cause I gave it to
Shelley.
Shelley this morning, so I'm good.
So that one you need to sign because that is not a bank loan, so it's not a Friday claim. And there's a copy to sign too.
You see that one, Jeff?
Yep.
Thank you. Get these approved, then I'll move on to the next one.
I know we jump on them all the time.
I know. You need that happen. And the sticker still
Did they
legit?
give Jeff?
Oh, the banning. Oh, did I not put the banning one in there?
I don't see it. Unless it's attached to the bottom of that.
I'll look for it.
I didn't see one, but that doesn't mean it wasn't on that one. Is there a banning one on there that needs your signature, Jeff?
It's the one for the Staver Ackman where you're taking it out of the edit funds. Did you turn it?
Oh, one of them, they haven't been.
Didn't try them, maybe I just didn't get the copy back.
Oh, yeah. Here's the banning. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, so he needs to sign
Yeah,
that copy.
it's the same, I don't have it in here.
So I take it he's on the back, Jeff, on the back.
On the banning one?
So they've already had him sign the original.
I think the original is still there, because it's not all the way on the back. That's the very last page. There's a copy in the original.
I think it's probably both those banning pages need signed.
Yeah, both of them. Something. So there's one.
There's second page. Right there.
Yep.
Yep, and then the other one's the copy. Yep. Entertain a motion for the claims.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion, a second, to accept the dish claims as presented. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion passes.
We have a pond application. All ponds are go before the drainage board. I did not have an issue with this. I looked into how the flow is going and what property they have and the watershed coming into it. Which they didn't have yet. We just kind of looked at our own
You
watershed.
spent a lot of money into this property. Just built that.
Oh, really?
Well, the ponds should really slow down, hadn't they? We were
Oh,
doing
my
3 or 4
gosh.
months there for a while.
He added that whole addition on and he's built that all in the last 2 years. Engel, he's around the corner from me. He's a conservation officer.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but I don't know him personally.
He's a nice guy. But they've done a lot to that place.
Wow. They must get paid better than me.
I feel like everybody gets paid better than me. Go around and see all these people have all this stuff out of their hand. These
I
happen.
know
They can be up to that too.
Yeah,
But look how he's cleaned it up.
oh, it's done a great job there.
There is, as far as the drawing, there was a pond there before, from what I understand, and he's just wanting to rebuild that
I
pond.
say it's overgrown
So they
through
just,
through there.
okay, so it's just overgrown and.
Yes,
Cause you can see there's a pond there.
Yeah.
He bush hogs all that down, and you can tell.
I would not have wanted the pond in the old days. Did you see it? This the runoff from the barn goes right into the pond. I thought, oh, it's not a pond I would want.
We didn't get to talk to Kyle, did we?
No,
Oh,
he
it
got,
is.
he
He
walked
got
out.
out.
I'm not sure if tonight's venues, this is gonna be big enough for council meeting,
Oh, with the wheel
with
tax.
the wheel tax.
I've seen some people say they're listening in, so that's a good thing.
It's gonna be busy. Like I said, at the golf outing yesterday, I got asked almost by every single group. So.
Yeah.
And then once I explained it to them, most of them were like, oh, well, that makes sense. I hate it, but that makes sense.
Right. Well, Sherry made a comment on Facebook page, somebody had posted about why and
Yeah.
how. So,
It doesn't.
we don't like it
I
either.
does, it doesn't matter what explanation we give, it's not gonna go over well, period.
Some people know. What drainage point, I guess you could start with those versus.
Drain them, yeah, no.
I'm hoping when we get that new ordinance that some of this stuff will stop. Some of that piddly stuff doesn't need to come. Pools and stuff like that really don't need to come to me. Especially above ground pools.
Yes,
Yeah. I didn't even realize you had to get a permit for that. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You didn't you didn't have to until 2 years ago.
That
You
needs
did.
to be exempted.
Well, I mean, you put them up, you take them down.
I know, but I did back.
some of them you don't, some of them are,
Well, some of them.
Stay up
They stay
all
up for
year.
a long time, but
but
We put ours up when Kelly was a freshman and I had to go. There was no fee, now there's a fee, but there was no fee before.
so I'm supposed to have one for my little bitty bitty one I did,
mhm.
Probably.
but I don't.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. a lot
It
of
might
people
fall
go-
down though right now.
It's on it though.
Yeah,
You pay taxes,
You-
that's why they.
You go,
like mine's like,
you buy this at Walmart or
Yeah.
wherever,
For $400, you're gonna pay taxes
and
on
then
it.
you
Yeah.
pay taxes on it, and,
My pool was free,
and the
I'd
life,
say I
somebody
paid,
gave it to me,
I paid $400 and that was
and
during
it was an old.
COVID time, the pools were stupid high. And I was mad I had to pay that much.
On a
'Cause
closeout, you can get them for like $80.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like, yeah. I was like, I could have bought this for $100 last year. And then literally it comes up to my way, I can't even, I have figured out how to do it now. I take a folding chair and I sit down in the water with it, so the one about to right here is
I don't
perfect.
think I passed that one on.
My wife said, you are the biggest hillbilly I've ever met.
Solid green.
Pool, like this,
That sounds genius.
Should probably still pay on, the pool's been gone for a long time, but the kids like to play on the deck, so Jeff won't take it down, it's so stupid. But I'm still paying on it.
Do we need to make a second motion or a separate one for this one?
I would say so, cause
Okay.
Brian's gonna look for that.
That'd be the motion we need to make for that one first.
make a motion for on,
Oh, well, he was supposed to give me the paper, there's a paper in there for you guys to sign. Like these others that I signed,
And that one?
yeah,
in this one. Now there's a bunch of pictures in this.
go ask him for a approval page for the pond permit. I forgot he was gonna bring that over to me,
I
cause I
assume that
asked
that-
for it.
Did that already go through plan commission on the, oh,
No. Well, I wasn't at the last plan commission meeting, so I don't think it did.
so I made a motion for approval of the, do we wanna say exactly what it is?
Yeah, pond for.
Oh.
Ingle.
Yeah,
Engel,
yeah.
do you wanna second that motion?
Oh, I was waiting. for-
Yeah, I kind of was too.
Oh, well, I'll make
Yeah,
a
I'll second.
motion for a pond for Jonathan Engel.
Second,
I have a motion and a second for the pond for Jonathan and Lisa Engel. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Oppose the same. Motion carries on that one. We'll just get that paper to sign.
In the past, the motion they made was just that has no impact on a county regulated drain, so you have like.
Yes,
no-
that's right.
No opposition to.
She usually puts that in the minutes, but
Brian didn't have anything for them to sign. He said that normally I just get the minutes
good.
approval, so.
I thought he has paper. I thought they presented that same drainage permit thing.
And then now we got to
Yeah,
do these
what I was talking
two,
Okay,
or three, I think.
make a motion for the drainage plans to be approved.
Second,
Have a motion, a second for the plans. To be approved. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same. Motion passed.
Well, next to the last thing I have is. Paperwork something. Here a while back. I think it was like the fall of last year, anyway. Nigel came up with a seed grant. And you could apply for the seed grant, which was supposed to help do repairs to your 911 address layer. But there was other layers that could be repaired with this too. And one of them was your road center lines. The other thing was parcels. They could go in and see how many parcels you had that like had gaps, splits, or not splits, but gaps, overlaps, and things like that, and try to clean things up for us. And I know we do have some when you run topology. But that was presented to basically like Schneider, WTH, seen this first. When I seen it and heard about it, it was like 3 days after it was available. And I went to Sandy Beeks and I asked if we could partner up on this. Because whatever she could be first for 911, but the grant, I think it was up to 30,000 you could apply for, and that's the information I was looking for, I don't seem to have it with me. Up to 30,000, and whatever you need for one, then you would roll over to the rest of it. She looked at me and she said, I've already applied for it, and the commissioners have already signed it. So only one person can apply, one group can apply, and they only applied for 911 addressing. They didn't add the other things onto it. So I talked to the state at a meeting I was at the meeting we were gone. And he basically said that she could go in and ask for an amendment. And she could include the other things because he thought that WTH only asked for like $9,000 in this grant. So basically she could go in and she could ask for an amendment and then add us onto it. And then ask for additional funding to go along with
So
it.
she only asked for the 9,000,
The
we
911
could-
addressing, yeah.
we could redo it and.
Yeah.
What are the odds of us
Possibly get
getting
more.
it?
Well, they acted like it was pretty good,
Okay,
but
I just didn't want it to affect where we don't even get that either if we change
I
it
don't
and
think
they
it's the
say,
case.
no, yeah, I mean,
that's the case, yes.
cause I can see them doing that sometimes to grants when you
Yeah,
amend
I don't-
something.
I think that's,
Okay.
they would,
This is where one jumped and
I think it's
We
more
missed.
that the 911 is first. And they've applied for it, and they would at least get that, it's just whether we get it.
Yeah, I would say we amend it at least and try.
So I wanted to get you guys' approvals, because you're the ones, I think, with this amendment, I think you still have to sign something before I went to her. And I wanted to see your thoughts on it.
I definitely think
yeah,
it's worth doing this, we can try to get it, if we don't get it, no big deal, we still get the 911
Yeah,
part,
that's-
so.
And I will double check on that, but I
Yeah.
did. I mean, I talked to the guy that's our representative at the state, it's just. And he said he thought it was a good idea. To go ahead and try to get the amendment to
Yeah.
it.
I would talk to Sandy and say,
Okay.
yeah.
Yep.
You
Okay.
agree,
We
Jeff?
will do
Yeah.
that.
Okay,
The last thing I have, and I talked to Kyle Bowman this morning about this, and Cheryl knows a little bit about it. Was back when I became county surveyor. The payouts that they always give, council looked at me and they said, because you're appointed, we want to hold that. They didn't want to pay me out, because at some point in this time. They said, you may not want to run again and you'd want to be a deputy. And then the way our personnel policy was written, I would have started out with nothing as far as vacation and sick leave and all that. So they froze it. And for a couple years, I kind of forgot about it, but then I started asking about it. I'm like, hey, I've never been paid for this. And I just got ignored. And then when they did the payout for the sick leave, I went to Jim again and I said, hey, I've never been paid out for my vacation. Because I'm not dealing with vacation right now. We're working on sick leave, but he did make a note of it. And so this is what vacation hours are still owed back in 2008. So after we talked the other day, Shelley went through and did some calculations, but she's basing everything back 20 years ago. That's money I would have had that I could have done something with. And they don't want to pay any more than what I made back 20 years ago. And I'm a little upset over that because I think there should be some type of interest or something added on to that because I've asked for this to be paid. So I could do something with it,
Why was it frozen?
because if I would have went back as a county
So if she.
deputy, I
she-
wouldn't have had any vacation.
Just like
or
Marcy
personal.
did, she was an elected
Yep.
official, so she's came back and now in a
Mhm.
role that requires.
And I know you've changed that policy
Shorter
now,
term,
and
8
Luann
years.
got paid a big bunch at the beginning of the year for,
So
And
both
now
of these
you're-
got frozen.
yes, both of them were frozen, but they paid out the sick leave
But did
back
pay
in
out.
2009.
It'd be the same as others.
And so Kyle wanted me to ask
So-
you guys your opinion on that.
So they still owe you for 234 hours of
Yes.
vacation.
And she based it off of my pay back in 2003.
I don't think that's right, but.
We had a conversation afterwards and she refigured it too, and so maybe we need to take a look at both figures and come up with a solution. So,
I don't think-
can we kind of take this under advisement and have? a
Kyle's kind of
discussion?
wanted to talk, are you guys gonna be here tonight?
Yeah.
He kind of wanted to have
Because I
your
know
opinion tonight.
Shelley and I had a conversation about this Friday afternoon.
Give
And
me a day to think about it, then won't
so if,
Mhm.
yeah, if we
it?
can
Okay.
discuss this with Kyle and figure out
Yep.
what that solution is.
Because I mean,
I've
it was
seen this, so-
presented when I was,
You want this back though, right?
that's the only copy I have.
Yeah.
So if you were to be done and go into a role of deputy or whatever, so you'd be able to get that vacation.
She would
back.
have her vacation,
I would
yes.
have vacation back then. Yes.
Okay. And what would we pay you then? What the,
It would depend on
What
what
the
that
deputy-
Pay
role,
was
what the
at
pay
that
was,
time.
right? Not
Mhm.
2003, it would
Correct.
pay you. What
you
it is
would, it
now.
would be paid out as what
The
that
deputy
particular
makes.
department would
Yes.
be. that
Like
she
if
would
I
go
right
into.
now would roll over and go to a deputy, and then in 6 months I would say, I'm retiring or whatever,
You
they would
paid
pay me
out.
deputy pay, they wouldn't pay me what I would have made in
2003, right? They would pay you what the vacation pay, okay?
Yeah. And we kind of had that conversation.
Yeah, that's what's in. Yeah,
Yeah, and like I said, it's not like I was holding it for some reason.
Right. It was you were
I
told.
kept
that-
asking
Right,
about it,
right.
so. Anyway, Kyle
Okay.
wanted me to talk with you guys
Yep.
about your opinion.
We'll talk to Kyle.
for sure.
Okay. Did anybody have anything else that they wanted to discuss?
Cool.
I think we're good.
Entertain a motion for adjournment.
So move.
Second.
And the next time Matt Whitesell comes in, I'll have him tell you guys.
Have a motion
Aye.
second and call me. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same.
I gotta be.
We're
careful what I
adjourned.
Say, because
No, you don't. All right.
this is posted now, so.
Yeah, that's all right.